It's the L&L part.
Faye, my dark mage.
Did you dump charisma? Because that is your casting skill. Also, would like to point out, didn't they say specifically that Reed has the character ready? Why would Fang be in any position to dump any stats?
How fare you this fine eve?
Let's do this. Let's do the.
Okay, we're jumping right in. Hi there, the
Hey, you know, if you're gonna be a songwriter, you should probably know some fucking words.
Welcome, Faye. Always room for more magic.
Because marshals suck in L&L.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, out of character. I'm really glad you're here. I made some last-minute changes to the story.
Reed, listen, I love talking out of character about what my campaign is doing, but don't do that. That's really immersion breaking, and your players don't give a shit. They don't know. They don't have to know. Not everyone has to know.
Think it's gonna help get Trish on track for the concert.
Wait, so you...
Hey, if you were clever, you could, you should probably emphasize that Naomi knows about a lot of these things that are going on already. Have Naomi, have some cool reaction shots and be like, oh, they already had the conversation about Trish and everything, and they're, listening in. They're like, ooh. Do the devs play D&D? We'll get to that. Because I have opinions about the L&L
do
sections.
see that she's being kind of weird.
I mean, Trish isn't really doing anything on purpose. She's just got a lot of stuff going on.
You know, she's got a lot going on, being forcefully black-coded and everything by the Snook Game developers.
Chef Jeff is served.
I mean, we tried really hard, and this fucking weirdo LPer still didn't figure it out until the end.
With her nerves.
Please do not get on the table again, Sage.
Oh, I love these ones with the creamy stuff.
I'm not gonna make the joke, but I am gonna say it. Naomi loves the creamy stuff. Stay puft, Marshmallow Man.
Oh, we got here just in time. Fresh snacks.
Look, I'm not gonna spoil the story, but just... we're all in this together. You know? That's what the game's all about.
Love that they have Trish and Rosa in the background. That is good establishing, because now Fang is looking that direction. Fang is seeing them. Fang is like, oh no, the emotional, ooh, that actually works.
So maybe it'll make the whole band thing feel more...
If that was your point, Reed, why didn't you open with that when you initially proposed this?
You know?
Yeah. I hope so.
You know, like Heart Death Punch. Dimaksun. Okay, so there's a lot of Final Fantasy references in this, but I want to open with something very funny that I love and makes me smile and is probably the moment that it's brilliant. It's quietly super smart. It's so good. We'll get to it.
Previously on Legends and Lore, our party tracked Kef's cultists, hell-bent on ushering in a cataclysm of apocalyptic proportions to a confrontation that left the dark mage Faye unconscious.
So Faye is an NPC that got repurposed? That's kind of weird. That is a really weird way to introduce your first game. I mean, actually, it's fair, because now it's a pre-generated character, which means that the player doesn't have to worry about a lot of details, and they got a lot laid out for them, and they can just have a little fun, you know? It's actually not a bad idea.
Kef has escaped, intent on summoning Braxis,
Abraxas.
an ancient god of death and destruction to this world. But Faye is stirring, and their amnesia is subsiding. The Elder Celeste leans in close to Faye, on the deck of the Vagrant.
I love this ship, though. It's adorable. Okay. I love this. I love this detail. I'm going to point it out right now. I love that Kef and Celeste look like Reed. Because the players at the table only see Reed. The players at the table, they see Reed acting these characters out. Logically, all the characters kind of look like him as a result. That's so clever. They don't do it with some of the minor NPCs, but I love that they... It's good. It's really good. It's clever. That was a nasty spell you took. How's your head, darling? Do I need to whack you a few more times to wake you up? Also, they went for Banjo-Kazooie blurbs, which means they are way more able to do a lot of if the game was animated like this, they would have had so much more leeway. Look at that stupid giant ring on her belt. I love this design, though. It's a bit much, but if it's Final Fantasy inspired, it's fair enough. That scythe is hilariously impractical, though. The weight is in the wrong place, and that half moon gets in the way of the cutting surface. I love the little ring around Celeste's tail. That's cute. Go on with it. In the meantime, let me introduce the crew. This is Sail, the captain. I'm Sail, the captain of our fine ship, the Vagrant. It's Ollie. I want Ollie to kickflip me. Ow! My back! I like getting into trouble. No! Shut the fuck up. You like making trouble. You idiot. It's the obvious line. Chef Jeff couldn't be bothered. He likes punching and You like poaching and seasoning. Or maybe that's a joke. Maya the Fine Mage, you know, like Maya la Gaia. Oh, look at those anime eyes. They're extra bad on Maya, and I love them. I also love that it's basically her dress. They like plants and stuff. And this is Liana of the Angelics. Of course, Naomi plays a fucking Azamar. Honor and sacrifice. Also, I like knowledge. Tell me about yourself, eh?
Oh, I didn't know I had to prepare anything.
That's okay, perfectly fine. The Lore Maestro's guide says it's totally fine to not have a huge backstory already.
Hey, I'm gonna put this on the table. If you're playing D&D, don't have a backstory at all, because a lot of games that are high agency like D&D are kind of built around the idea that the story emerges because you're doing random shit, and like your backstory gets in the way of that because, I don't know, I have mixed opinions about this because I do play games, but like in a game like Root, right? Like Root is like you have a little bit of backstory, just enough to be like, this is why the party exists. Now go fuck some shit up, you little bastards. And it's great. And then you have something like the Star Wars D20 system. You just start off with nothing, and you find yourself. You make those heroics. Let me pull up some other books. There's the Iron Claw system, which also kind of assumes that you start with nothing. Call of Cthulhu is like the Cthulhu aspect starts after the game starts, usually. Even in Pulp, like this is your first encounter. Games like Earth Dawn follow similar concepts. Like, backstories are a weird thing because the best backstory is the one you make yourself.
Maybe we could get some suggestions from the table.
Reed, you made my character. Why don't you know this?
Oh, you're the long-lost heiress to a distant kingdom, banished as a child after an unjust coup.
Did you just say heiress? Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm non-binary, thank you.
Maybe you were an astute student until your aspirations turned unorthodox and you began studying the Scythe.
That's an anime joke about studying the blade, and that's actually a really good little clue for people who don't figure it out already. Good one.
Or you were a traveling musician who signed away your soul for incredible talent with the guitar. Maybe that's how you lost your memories or something.
Didn't they lose their memory from like an impact or battle or something? It doesn't seem impression I got. But what I think is more important is like no guitars. What are we going with? The student? I like the student idea. The guitar doesn't really work for me. And the Lost Era seems too special. I am brilliant student of the Scythe. Spooky and cool. Oh, so nice to finally meet you, Faye. Come on, everyone, we have much to talk about. I made cake. It's made of rocks, because you kids need to toughen up a little. Like Kev. Maya, the bee. Stop being a bee, Maya. Maya has a crush on the enemy. This gets way more awkward when you consider, like, this is just such a faux pas, but it gets way worse when it's Nasser later. Sounds like Also, I do love Ollie's design. There's something about it that is just kind of stupid, and I love it. Like, there's this weird shirt suit thing they're wearing with a shirt and then also a jacket, like layering twice over something that appears to be a one piece. You missed everything, yet also nothing. It's magical. We're currently playing Legends and Lore. Anyway, we interrogated the cultist last session and found out about the ritual they're performing in the Crystal Caves. Hey, Fang, you're non-binary. You can't do air dashes, right? Hey, Maya, do you want to learn how to air dash? I can teach you all about it. I can teach you about wave dashing. I can teach you about, what are they called again? Ultra dashes? Ah, they all got silly names. You kids don't know how nice you have it nowadays with all your wave dashes and your spike glutes. Ah, fancy torture. Oh, they well remembered. Assuming they wake up. I I stepped on his face twice and broke his neck, but he might still wake up for some reason. Sounds above board. We also learned that there may be answers hidden in the ancient library above the clouds of the mist-woven archipelago. Now we must choose between that which we know and that which we have yet to learn. That's me saying you dumb fucks are gonna fuck it up anyway. Yeah, like, not a lot of this ties into the game, does it? Punching and seasoning. Why isn't it called poaching and punching? It should be called poaching and punching. It's an alliteration, and it's cute. Fang does look a lot like Luna in this. It's really weird. Truly inspirational. I agree with Jeff. There is no higher power than the knowledge of your foes. Plus, I don't think it's a red herring. Reed wouldn't do that to us. That's not metagaming, you dumb boys. This is literally the hook you were given. You have to metagame it, or Reed gets angry that you're going the third direction he didn't give you. Oh, don't worry about it. It basically means that one of your players is being weird and your GM is being a little pussy about it. Your GM isn't a pussy, so it's fine. Right, Reed? You're not a pussy, right, Reed? You can take a little metagaming at your table, right, Reed? I mean, you wanted to play your fucking adventure, right? And if you wanted to play a goddamn adventure, you gotta learn to metagame a little bit. Right, buddy? Anyway, it seems your party is split. Dark One, what do you say? I mean, it's ironic that the Dark One is also the person who's the palest of all of us, but hey, what am I supposed to do about it? What are we doing, kids? What are we doing? I'll leave the vote to you while I go to the bathroom. So, Crystal Cultist Caves. Library of books and stuff. Have fun. Have fun, kids. I'm going potty. I probably should have stopped the recording for that one, but oh boy. Uncontested Crystal Caves. There's only 2 votes, so you know how it goes. Well, to the Crystal Caves we go. How about not dabble in speculation?
Yeah.
Oh! Trish has lowered to a lower sphere of existence. Also, we unlock this. We unlocked a lot of flashbacks relatively quickly, huh? Have Rosa and Sage had any scene together? Hey, these two are both transgender. Shouldn't they have like a... Oh man, isn't it weird that all of us are like secondary cast to the main cast? Isn't that weird? It's nice because you don't have to actually bother. Yeah, that's a big mood though. You too. Cute. Orbit. Orbit. Rosa in the bonfire scene is implied to be AMAB.
Sweet.
Heh. The cave should be right here, but I do not see them! Maybe we check behind the waterfall. Oh, what a pickle we find ourselves in! It's definitely behind the waterfall. Reed, you only described the waterfall at the scene. Of course it's behind the waterfall. You dingus. Whatever shall we do?
Fine. It's an waterfall.
Reed, you suck! You've been doing this since you were 8? You've been doing this for like a decade. It's longer than I've been doing D&D, you dumb fuck. You should know how to lay good hooks and roll with them.
Sid parks the airship nearby while you check behind the waterfall. Indeed, there is a...
Okay. Okay, listen. In Donkey Kong Country 3, there is an area known as the Secret Cave, where there's like crystals lying around. This place fucking feels like those crystal caves, man.
cave there. Deeper inside, you come across a door.
We must unleash the banana bird.
Surrounded by shining crystals.
Reed, for fuck's sake, we are not doing an elementary school riddle right now. Staring at it isn't gonna get us inside. They should have used like Animal Crossing voices where they read like individual characters. I would love Thomas. That's what Tom Nook says in New Leaf when he says thanks much. It's like Thomas, and it's adorable. What? Wasn't paying attention there, buddy. No, I was wrong. Simon says, look at the little... What if it was a cat face?
The door now
What if there was a little cat face? The other was like really inky.
open. You quietly sneak into the antechamber. Inside, the
Antechamber's a good puzzle game. Or at least it was interesting.
torchlight of the cultists reflects off the sparkling walls as they gyrate around an enormous crystal that's buzzing with magical energy.
Don't say they're gyrating, Reed. Also, why's your name tag Reed? Just call him the LM or the VM.
As the cultists
Look at him. It's Reed, but it's Sephiroth. It's so good. It's so good.
begin their dramatic crescendo, a hooded figure emerges from behind the crystal. He lowers his hood, and you see the striking figure of...
His outfit does not have a hood, but also that isn't Kef. That's Sancho Paulo, known bandit of the West.
Kef, the lead cultist.
Stop emphasizing every single consonant, my man. You can ease up a little there. That laugh.
Even from afar, Kef holds absolute sway over the cult. Kef raises his hand.
How seducible does he look?
Seducible?
It's like, you get a vibe that Reed hasn't been playing with these guys at all, and that he has been playing for like a little bit, because he doesn't sound like at all confident or interested in the game that he's running. There's this weird disconnect. Like, I've been playing long enough that if someone tries to pull that shit on me, I'm like, are you fucking shitting me right now? Because I'll do it. And you better deal with the consequences. Susceptible to seduction? Elaboration required. A very beautiful, a fine mage.
He's kind of in the middle of something right now.
Yeah, he's ordering your deaths. Ordering people's deaths can be very distracting. Can we seduce him in front of him?
No, Kef raises his hand.
How revealing is his rib? The shit social skill. Why is everyone so horny? Why is everyone so horny? Why? Like, up until this point, everything has been so clean, and, like, dating has been a background stuff, and now everyone is like, we want to fucking make out. This feels like someone who gets their entire D&D experience from, like, the horror stories or, like, the D&D meme section. It's so weird.
It's a lovely robe that shows no more scale than is appropriate. He raises...
Also, someone who's conflict averse should probably be your game master. How tortured does it seem his childhood was?
He's had some hard times, okay? He raises his hand in the
He's had some hard times.
the legs. There.
I like how he pretends that if he doesn't say it, it doesn't happen. But, like, that's not how that works, Reed. Oh, whoops.
He bellows.
Come, children of Braxis, let us begin this ritual for the honor of our vile lord.
What do you all want to do?
Kiss and make up. The sooner I can comfort his Kef's sensitive inner child. We have to focus and play it cool. Let's sit back and see what we can learn. We'll give him a hot minute. Ooh.
The heroes huddle behind some rocks in wait. Just the dancing cultists and the glowing crystal.
A bit on the mention. They have great abs. An old rusted bell.
I've got an old rusted bell?
Ring it!
Suddenly, the cultists turn toward
Look at this little goober. Look at this little goober.
you. They must have heard your bickering.
Children of the night, protect
All
me.
right, you're entering combat.
Oh, and look at this custom cursor. That's adorable. Yee. Oh, that's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. That probably took way too much development time they could have been spending on actually making a good story, but whatever. 3. Whoops, not so great.
Okay, and Jeff, you're at the top of the initiative.
I mean, initiative doesn't matter after the first round anyway. Difficult terrain? Why is your spell just a game term?
All right. 2 of the cultists slip and knock themselves out on the hard ground.
So he's using minion rules, right? Because if he's using minion rules, it makes a lot of sense that they fail the saving throws and die instantly. Score!
Okay, just hold on. It's not your attack anymore.
You mean turn. It's not their turn anymore. Attack is a different thing. Don't worry, Jeff. I'll get him. With my initiative of 3. Let's go. Wide and sweeping, baby. Action economy. 7.
Pretty good roll. 1 cultist jumps back and 2 others start limping pretty badly.
I love this little goober on the right. Take that, you creeps.
The cultists are going to attack now, all at once. Ollie, One hits you for 3 damage. Next, Maya. Another one casts a spell of confusion on you.
If Reed is a good game master, he doesn't say the specific spell. He would say, a magical spell is cast, and this is the effects that happen on you,
Roll
buddy.
to resist.
Unless, of course, you're playing something like Pathfinder 2nd Edition, aka chess, in which case, yes, you should probably tell your players exactly what's going on. The brain is too strong.
Brilliant. Finally, Jeff. A whipped cream-covered cultist grabs your ankles and knocks you to the floor. You are being grappled.
No, don't pull out the grapple rules.
Maya, Linnea, you both rolled the same initiative. Who wants to go first?
Oh! So are we going for vines? Or are we going for calm? Man, someone I know is like apparently building a fursuit or something. And they're talking extensively about the process. And it's kind of exciting. It's interesting at the very least. Gosh, the fact that I can perfectly remember the sound effects that play when you're doing the secret caves in DKC3 is just something else. That my brain is like, you haven't seen it in a while, but you know that it's boom, boom. It drives a man to think. I slam my fist upon the table. It drives a man to think. I want to go for Linnea, but we need to buddy up with her. Because I know these choices affect things. This is a really bad place to be using that kind of magic, though. Because it's a lot of rocks. Entangle only works if there's plant life nearby, by the way. If I recall correctly in 3.5, Entangle only works if there's already plant life nearby. Otherwise, it's just nothing.
Okay, give me a roll. Vines erupt all over the cave floor and catch a couple of the remaining cultists. But a few manage to squirm out of the way. They look... The cultists' eyelids grow heavy, and their movement slows. Give me a roll to see how well your spell works.
Can I point out, I kind of like the sound. This is a nice little track.
The cultists succumb to peaceful sleep.
How many minions are there? How many dudes are in this fight? Like, the amount seems excessive. At least 10 at this point.
The last cultist falls, but the crystal gets exceptionally bright and then explodes. Kef lies on the ground.
Kef wasn't even in this fight. He was just kind of goofing. Actually, if this is D&D, wouldn't the party, like, immediately bum rush Kef and try to beat the living daylight out of him, ignoring all the cultists? Because that's how overeager players tend to go. They're like, the boss has to go down, the mage has to go down. Like, he's the mage and the boss, and he's got a big scary crystal. Like, priorities on, like, crowd control and action economy establishment are really sophisticated for a party of dinguses. You insignificant fools! You ineffective weasel mistress! You soft-shelled babies! Who really think you defeated me? Foolish children! You are but infants to Braxus. You know nothing of his dark designs. Your death will only serve to cement your fate. He's too handsome to die. And then he dies instantly. Please could you do that? Is this part of the game? I love the smooching. It's smooching time. Weirdly enough, Maya, she did in fact contain rules and statistics for smooching time. It's just it's Zone of Truth, but with a funny name.
Yes, the area of authenticity. Kef and everyone standing around him are forced to tell the truth.
Well, you know, they can't tell lies is more accurate. Do you think my friend is hot? In a planty way. So, how does this tie into the greater game again? Like, it's a cute little downtime scene, but I don't think we really need downtime? Like, the audition was a big climatic release, so we're already in the downtime energy. If anything, we already just had the Nasser thing, which came out of nowhere. And, Spells are a weirdly big effect, you know. It's like a 50-foot sphere. No, it's a 50-foot radius sphere. Yeah, 100-foot diameter sphere. It's like really big for like a tiny lie detector test. Oh. Who is the coolest? It's Ollie, of course. Oh, I can pick? I actually get to pick. Ooh. Ooh, I don't think it's Jeff, though. I don't care about Sage. Get out of here, Sage. I think Liana's the coolest because she actually putting in the legwork. Not me. Listen, the stupid lie detector test is the perfect... Okay, I'm kind of angry about this. If this is Fang, then Fang has their own opinion. Shouldn't it automatically force the answer that Fang would have chosen instead of letting us choose? That's so weird. Fang usually gets to override us with landmines and like, I don't want to say that. And now Fang is like, no, it's fine. I mean, the player isn't affected. The character is. But it's also, the character, like if we go by logic, by game logic, this is metagaming. Because Dark Mage Faye has known them for like a couple of hours. It's so goofy. It's so stupid. It's absolutely garbage for what it's trying to do. It's way too fast and it's way too forced. And it's metagamey. Long ago, deep within a river of tears, the legendary axe Blightbane was forged. Its metal shone like 1,000 suns. Behind on my notes, what's the name of the axe? Blum, 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 blum. Shut up, Okami. Okami is cute. I love the Shinshu Field soundtrack. That's great. When it hits that, boom, 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 that's a great part. That's my favorite part in all the soundtrack. I guess A Descent of a Great God is also pretty good. Right, babe? This is the power of the truth-telling spell. Never existed since. God damn it, you people need to be listening already. Darling, I told you, those kids never listen. Why the hell do you even try with your serious stories if they don't give a shit? It's spelled the normal way. My wounds are too great for this. I am slain. What do you think of my hair? You can go.
And thus, I die.
No, you have to go. I am slain. Ooh, Naomi's in the inner circle. We're making lots of friends. Reed is just fucking off in the over there. I can't make friends with Rosa though.
Thank you. You guys survey the aftermath of the crystal explosion and Kef's remains. You feel a small tremor come from the caves.
Is there any loot? Does Kef have any loot?
There's no loot.
Wow, dude. Why are you playing this game then? Yeah. Why did they insist on voicing the death gurgles in such an awkward way? That is creepy! Why is everyone so horny and creepy? Stalker alert! Standard operating procedure.
You notice a weirdly shaped crystal sticking out of the dirt. Another tremor. You pull out a crystal guitar. It is gnarly.
You can't tell your players how they feel. Shush.
Yeah, Blight, no. That's a different kind of axe.
Also, I think it's auto-playing, so I might as well just sit back. Which might explain why I... Oh, no. Is it? Is it, though? Why would it stop auto-playing here?
As soon as you take hold of its handle, another tremor shakes the room. This one is bigger. The ceiling shudders and then cracks, and a
Holy shit, it's animation.
giant crystal falls and blocks the entrance.
I know a spell for this. That's why you get all the wizards. Just hit it really hard, baby.
Amazing. As you shred, the sound of the guitar grows around you. It resonates against the walls, getting louder and louder, eventually shattering all the crystals. The path is clear.
Why does Trish suddenly look like Aaron? Also, from a gameplay perspective, this is awful. You find a random item sticking out of the ground when you were told there was no loot. You get an axe, and you're just expected to play it, even though you've done no identification, you have no clue what you're doing, and if anything, playing a guitar loudly would make the situation worse. Reed, you suck. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Oh my gosh. They look so cool though. You look great, Ollie.
Voice? No. No, it's just epically cool. Why do you ask? Cool. You hear the airship droning above you. Here to pick you up.
They use a helicopter. Well, you have two choices. You can travel to the ocean's side and search for love around the sand temple.
Sure.
Or you can head to the misty mangroves.
And that's where we'll end our session tonight.
So, we had one combat, one puzzle, and like a bunch of bullshit from the Game Master. What a great session. Especially since we went to the goddamn table for this. They were in real life, and this is what they got. Awful. You could have done this through an email. This is an RPG horror story, and they don't even know it. We're back in the real world, though.
So, that was L&L. What do you think, Fang?
Nerd stuff is cool, actually.
I now have exactly one nerd interest.
Other than
Make
anime.
a dork out of you yet.
We're flowing tabletop gamer energy into you as we speak.
Like, Fang specifically likes cartoon/anime. We already have one, you idiots.
I can feel it.
Well, time to feed the wormy. That was epic.
Your worm eats a lot.
Super epic.
Your worm eats a lot,
You
Trish.
think it worked?
Hard to say.
Right.
I love that Reed is playing into this extremely stupid idea of roundabout gauging instead of just asking.
Guess we'll see. Well,
I can tell this is important for you because you actually get to fuck up unlike your drumming where you're actually
thanks
decent
again.
at it.
That was really cool. And now I know what you're thinking about between all of your drum solos.
Oh my god, anime is no longer nerdy in the year of our Lord 2020X. Anyway, we have the final flashback. That went really quickly. We got them all in like 1 hour. Show me a pic, God. It's Alvin. By the way, if you don't unlock this flashback, I think one of the pictures in the end of the game where Reed is like hanging out with a guy makes a little less sense. Why are you staring at your boyfriend for this long? Just put it away. Dramaturgs. Oh, he's got a little crack too on his phone. You are taller, Reed. This is fine. Reed said you're cute. You are, with a winky face, to a person. It was your as in you are. Oh, come on now. Let's see. Reed, have you, like, ever flirted before? I'll have you know I'm very well liked. Oh, look at this. This is a cute little Trish. Again, if they just had the artist do all the work, it would have been so much better. Alvin! Wait, scroll up. I love this Trish. She's fantastic and so full of energy. Look at him. Why is he wearing a freaking blazer? He's going to the same school, right? If I had a nickel for every time a character turns out to be gay, I would have 2 nickels. I mean, there's a reason I felt so comfortable talking about smooching with Reed out. Nah. But I do like his design. I think he's cute. I can see why like 3 girls so far have had like interests in him. No, we had 2. There might be a 3rd. Sarah and Batgirl. And I think Liana or whatever. This is like Reed fanfiction. This is even better than my read fanfiction. Please kill me. Ah, that's the last we get of that. Yeah, everyone bails instantly. It's not even like the Saved by the Bell joke that I made in the other one. It's just that everyone doesn't want to be in any conversation for more than 5 minutes. It's so weird. Rosa drove me. That's what best friends are for. Wait, let's get another look at Alvin. Let's get another look at Alvin. By the way, I would have loved if there were little extra quotes, like to show us the bad flirting. Show me the bad flirting. But yeah, yeah, I can see it. Like the eyebrows are a little girly. They have that girly spikiness to them. And the hair's a cute bob cut for you know a lady. No chest, which is what my rules work off of. But hey, he is called Alvin. I don't know when and where his name is dropped actually, but I know he's called Alvin. He isn't with Reed at the end of the world, but he does show up in the flashbacks going to prom with him. That's all we get. Maybe Alvin is like trans or just like non-binary and it's weird and they're actually like honestly you can do a lot with that. But you know, throwaway character that exists exclusively in the comics and a couple of side shots. What is this music? It's kind of nice. Yeah, I got that vibe too, man. I get that vibe for like 2 months, and then it drops to nothing. I like how Fang isn't actually hitting the keyboard or anything. The text is just magically appearing. Back to the bog with ye. Ah, that's a good one. Fang is completely stationary. Fang is not emoting. Fang isn't even typing. Fang is just idly standing there in Reed's garage while Reed is right over there. This is fucking awkward. Imagine if you had like friends over and you just see Fang standing there. Standing here. Just standing in your garage. Just not even typing on their phone. They're just reading in the doorway. Is there any single straight couple in this game besides Fang's parents? No. Not as far as I know. The couples we have confirmed are not straight or gay or anything because it's a non-binary person and a lady. We have Reed and Alvin. We have LJ and Mrs. Roberts. And I guess Fang's parents. I guess maybe the parents, but we don't know what genders or sexes they are or if they're adopted or not, so we have nothing to go off of. It's really weird. But we do have coverage. We have lesbians, we have gays, men, we have whatever the hell happens when a non-binary gets involved, and we have a straight couple. So we got them all. We got all our bases covered. Don't worry. Rosa is an extremely scary driver. It's almost like she's a Latina. There, a little emotion. Thank you. A cool 60. Yeah, Reed. And now Reed is reading our goddamn phone. When Anon did it, it was creepy, and I still think it's kind of weird for him to just pop in and start reading. What a weird scene. I do like this back to the bog with you. That's a good line. Anyway, things are a bit rocky. Going a bit sideways, up and down, left and right. I don't know what to think.
In fact, preparing
But we've
for the future.
Why is Mrs. Roberts here? Anyway, we've completed another chapter, and I think I'm going to call it... she's not Latina. I don't even think Latina exists as a concept in this world, so... But we're going to call it here for now, so bye recording.